Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. In this video, we're going to talk about Ye missing his deposition hearing against that security guard that worked at Donda Academy. So we're going to talk about him missing that deposition hearing and what is next. Now, if you guys remember, Kanye's ex-security guard Benjamin Deshaun Provo, he filed a lawsuit against Ye where he claimed racial discrimination and unfair practices. No, Provo, who worked for his Yeezy fashion brand along with his private school, Donda Academy, from 2021, first filed his suit in April. No, he alleges he was berated and fired for refusing to cut his dreadlocks, while the star also allegedly demanded other staff and children to shave their heads. No, in a legal response, Kanye claimed his actions were justified and previously tried to have the case dismissed. Now, guys, we know that it is highly ridiculous for you to order the kids and staff to do that. These people with these lawsuits, remember, Sloan told us that they're gonna attack Ye. They're going to team up against him and attack him. And they always make these really ridiculous claims in the lawsuits. People may say, you're always defending Ye. He's never wrong for you. No, I just know how to read through the madness. And my common sense is telling me many of these things aren't making sense. No. And so far, the ridiculous lawsuits, none of them is gaining leverage. Absolutely none. Ye was asking the judge to throw this one, but he didn't appear at the deposition. So there's a new court document out and they have, set a new date. So let's get into that, right? No. They're saying that in the new court document, defendant Kanye West has unilaterally failed to appear for his scheduled deposition on October 28, 2024. It is crucial that Provo's counsel obtain this deposition in a timely manner to ascertain all relevant pertinent facts in this case to allow Provo to fully prosecute his claims and prepare for trial. Provo's legal team is now moving for an order to compel Kanye to sit for the deposition, with a hearing set for February 11th in Los Angeles. Provo will also move for an order awarding sanctions against defendant in the amount of $1,760 to compensate Provo for his time and expenses litigating the instant motion, the filing reads. So it's all about money for these people. Everything, if Ye breeds, they need money, right? Well, let's continue. They're saying that on October 14th, 2024, Provo properly noticed the deposition through the mail to Kanye's alleged counsel at an address, Pasadena, according to the filing. The notice was also sent to his Yeezy headquarters on Melrose Avenue in West Hollywood, which is currently gutted and under construction after Kanye had the roof removed. Ye hasn't get that. He hasn't gotten it. Because if they sent it to his legal team didn't advise him. No one showed up because, his attorney could have showed up, right? And he could have showed up with his attorney, but the attorney didn't show up either. So I believe that something went wrong. And I don't believe these reports when they said that Provo went through the necessary filing. I've seen a lawsuit most recently with the individual saying that they have taken the necessary precaution to notify the defendant, and upon checks, it was not true, even though it was in the court documents. I believe it was Sean Diddy Combs' lawsuit. I think it was a Sean Diddy Combs lawsuit. So I know that even though they're saying this, it may not be true, right? But let's continue because they're talking about, the Melrose Avenue in West Hollywood is currently gutted and under construction after Kanye West had the roof removed, typically. But the 47-year-old dodged the deposition, and on October 30th, plaintiff attempted to meet and confer with counsel for defendants and the witness. To date, they have not provided a response or any alternative dates according to the filing. So, that's what I'm telling you, right? Now, the report further states that attorney Brian Brumfield, who previously represented Kanye, claimed in filing that the rapper stopped speaking to him and refused to pay after he terminated their relationship in June. If you guys remember, we did a report on this earlier, right? Now, they're saying that according to the docket, a judge granted his motion to be relieved as counsel and attorney Manjur Shah and brand counsel sought an extension for discovery issues. However, neither Mr. Broomfield or Mr. Shah nor any other attorney who has held themselves out as representatives of defendant has served in a response to the discovery at issue, the filing alleged. So exactly as I was telling you guys, Ye has no idea about this because those attorneys, they've been dismissed from the case because they claim that they were not being paid because Ye is saying, like, get the case thrown out. So if you were an attorney, no one is paying you, you ask the judge to be dismissed from the case, your honor said you're free. Would you be answering to this? Absolutely not. So this is exactly what I'm saying. So they're saying that Ye currently has no legal representation for multiple other civil cases brought by ex-staffer. No, I don't blame Ye. I honestly don't blame Ye. Many people may say, oh, but he's wrong. No, he's not. He's not wrong. He's being attacked. He's being attacked and he has no protection. That is what is going on. And if you haven't seen that video that Sloan Belly did on Ye with the honeycombing of Ye's mind, she told us that this was going to happen. She told us that a group of people will be consistently attacking him. And if you look into the details of the lawsuit, you will definitely see that these lawsuits are orchestrated efforts, just like the Lauren Pachetta's lawsuit. So I honestly don't blame Ye. I think he's just waiting on something. What he's waiting on, I guess time will reveal that. But guys, you know what? It's really disgusting to see that, this individual consistently being attacked and there's no one really stepping up to the front, as it relates to government bodies to really take a look into this case and have these people investigated to see, is it that Ye is at fault? Because normally when Ye is at fault, he definitely tries to, mediate with the people. Take, for example, Donna Summer's estate. I'm going to tell you what Ye did in that one with Donna Summer's estate. And there's another one, right? Ye reached out to sample. So they like, oh no, right? So Ye was like, you know what? I'm going to sample this ish. There's only one thing you people can do, and that is to sue for copyright infringement. I pay you and I get to keep a sample. Ye knows how to work around the legalities, right? So he's been in the entertainment industry for so long. So Ye went ahead and he used the sample. Donna Summer's estate sued. And he paid. No, they said that they're waiting on Ty Dolla $ign. But I don't know if Ty Dolla $ign has responded to the suit as yet or what. Because if it's a collab, I don't know why they want to collect money separately from Ty Dolla $ign, right? But Ye has always done this. It is something that he does quite frequently. So in cases such as those, Ye is gonna settle because he knows that he did something that he will be sued for and he was prepared for it. Now, again, as I was about to say with the Sunday service group, right? They said that, they weren't paid for overtime, yada, 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 and all of that. So they sued Ye for a ridiculous amount, something like, 10, if not $20 million. And Ye said, I know I owe you guys, but it's not that much. I know that I have money outstanding for you guys. So when he admitted that, in court, they finally decided that, yes, they want to mediate with him because even their lawyers, the former Sunday service choir, the lawyer that they got to represent them told them that their claims was ridiculous and they need to make it as realistic as possible. And when they did, it didn't even end up to be I think it was 1 million if it reached that much, or a little bit over $1 million. So the point is, when he knows that he's in the wrong, he doesn't hide from lawsuit. He steps up and he agrees to pay, and he, mediates with them. For example, the most recent one that he agreed to settle, right? The former Yeezy staffer said, they worked in multiple states, they weren't paid for overtime, Paris trip and all of that. And he said, yes, I'm going to pay you guys, I'm going to give you guys what you owe, what I have outstanding for you. And he left a little extra in case any other staffers want to step forward and sue on the same clause, because he is acknowledging that, yes, people, they travel to other states. I didn't give them back their travel expenses. People traveled to Paris. I didn't give them back their travel expenses. And if I didn't compensate them for their travel expenses, I need to do the right thing. So this is the point. And this is why Ye was in mediation with Lauren Pichetta, because Ye wanted to do the right thing with her just the same. He promised her $3 million. He wanted to give it to her, but his accountant advised him not to, because Lauren was taking disadvantage of him. And the accountant believed that already she was being paid too much. So if Ye gave her that money, he believed that Ye would have opened a can of worm on himself, which would leave Lauren Pichetta wanting to, attack him for more. And exactly as the accountant told Ye, that's exactly what happened. So in the mediation, because Ye was not giving her the $3 million that he had promised her on the advice of his accountant, that's when Lauren Pichetta went ahead and filed a lawsuit, because they were in mediation, right? Because normally the court, suggests that you mediate before you take any further legal action. So they're saying diffuse the situation, manage it as best as possible. So Lauren Pichetta got upset, and she just went after him. And then something else happened. I think that, I believe that she was contacted by those group of people that are still attacking him. And she amended the lawsuit to reflect claims, matching that of Cassie Ventura. And what is so odd about that lawsuit, if anyone is paying attention, in the era of everyone suing Sean Diddy Combs, and you have such a great claim, why didn't she, name Sean Diddy Combs as a co-defendant? That should be a red flag right there. Like, who misses an opportunity to sue Diddy? Only Lauren Pichetta, right? So the point is, when Ye knows that he has done something wrong, he definitely takes accountability and he agrees to pay. And the mere fact that he's not paying any attention to these lawsuits, you know that they're frivolous, just like that teacher daughter duo, right? The mother and daughter worked at Donda Academy. Ye basically was helping out people. And it is the same thing with this guy, Provo. He was helping out this guy, right? Because this guy, Provo, had fallen on hard times. And this guy's, I think his daughter attends the school. His daughter or niece or some relative of his does attend Donda Academy. So, he asked Ye a favor. Ye decided to help him. Ye told him that he had to look clean, look presentable. So when he accepted the job, he accepted the job under those terms and conditions. But when Ye put his foot down for the terms and conditions to be met, and he didn't meet them, Ye terminated him, and he added false claims to the lawsuit. So these are the things that people do every time he tries to help them. Again, I want to remind you of that, fall from grace artist that was staying at his Malibu mansion. And the artist was like, he hired me to do security guard work. He hired me to be the demolition man. And everyone was like, how the heck does he hire you to do so much? And did you do the job? This is the same guy who said that Ye wanted him to build a bomb shelter. So Ye wanted him to build a bomb shelter. Ye wanted him to demolish the building. Ye wanted him to be 24-hour security. So Twitter was laughing and saying he was ridiculous. How do you sue someone for not getting a job done? The man said he wanted a bomb shelter. Why didn't you build that bomb shelter? Where's the man bomb shelter? So what are you suing for? And it does make sense. So this is how people have been looking into these lawsuits and realizing that, yeah, it's not right. Something is definitely up with these lawsuits. And as such, I wanted to remind you guys of that. I wanted to remind people that when Ye is in the wrong, he doesn't argue. He settles, okay? He mediates and he settles. And the mere fact that he's saying this should be tossed out of court, it's ridiculous, and the claims are not true, he's saying he never did anything wrong. So it means that the claims are not entirely factual. It is something along that lines, but he's not telling the actual story. So he's not going to settle. And I really don't blame him. But guys, it is your time to chime in. What are your thoughts? While you're at it, remember, give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care. Stay safe and see you guys later. Bye guys.